Alright, starting up another Avacyn Restored draft. Not the most exciting pack to open with. Our uncommons are nothing amazing. The rares unplayable generally. However, if you open it, you could potentially play around it. But I'd much rather not. I think I haven't played Red in a while. Keswick Malcontents, Moreland Inquisitor, Nightshade Peddler, and the Smuggler are options right off the bat. I think I'm just going to go with the Malcontents, maybe try and make a nice fast deck. Then we get Pillar, Vigilante Justice, and some awesome green, and a Bone Splinters. If I stick with this plan though, I go deep with the Justice, but these very often wheel, so I think I should just take the Pillar here. And then I doubt I'll get the Crew and Striker back, but maybe we get a Defang back. Or maybe white isn't our second color. Red, white, and cloud shifting this guy is just ridiculous. Okay. Mad Prophet is a fine choice here. Way too early to be taking a bad 6-drop. I really like Fettergeist, but if we want to try and maximize this, red-blue isn't the best choice for that. You're going to end up with spirits and birds. Lightning Mauler, excellent. Riot Ringleader is also good, but I'll happily take a 2-drop with Haste Soulbound. Just hopefully try and keep cutting all this red. So we passed a Ringleader, we passed a Crew and Striker. Vigilante Justice isn't too much of a sign. Another Lightning Mauler. There's late Bone Splinters. There is a lot of blue in the pack, but just Crippling Chill is the best, followed by Shieldmate, so I'm not going to take that as too much of a sign. Because there's still red in the pack, Thunderbolt and Lightning Mauler, so we're definitely on the right track. Wow. It's our third Bone Splinters we're seeing going around. Maybe we go black-red, or because we haven't been seeing the white. So I mean, we're gonna see white in second pack, but it's so tempting. We're definitely taking Aggravate as the only red card. Malcontents isn't. Conjurer's Closet isn't an option yet. That's all we have is the Malcontents. Popping a creature just to reset a Soulbound isn't very attractive. So we're not missing much by missing a Cloud Shift here if we do end up red-white. So I'd rather just take the Bone Splinters and very definitely be black-red. Homicidal Seclusion, 7th pick. This is why I love Swiss drafts. Fervent Cathar's fine. Angel's Tomb's fine when you're doing a heavy creature deck, but That is amazing. So we still got one more card of original packs, and then we start our wheels. 2 removal, a bomb, and 4 good creatures, all of which are human currently. Malcontents doesn't really synergize with the plan of Homicidal Seclusion, but we could pick, if we do go black-red, we could pick up some Sacrifice Outlets, Bloodflow Connoisseurs. So here's a different Vigilante Justice, so I'm actually going to take this in the chance that our other one wheels, and we could potentially have 2 of those right off the bat in pack 1 that we could do some damage with. If we're already playing some enchantments, stacking enchantment options as win conditions isn't a bad idea, because generally people have 1, maximum 2 enchantment removals for sideboard cards if they are smart and pick them early, such as Curse Break or Natural End. Now that we're black-red, it might look more interesting with Marrowbats, and Marrowbats is insane with Homicidal Seclusion. 7/2, and sure, I'll pay 4 life to regenerate it since I'm getting 7 life to block with it. You could just sit behind that thing all day. And the Justice did wheel. Okay, so this is an option. Option. This is an interesting first pack. Really sets us up into sort of a thematically like a Burning Justice deck. We got a powerful build around enchantment, and now we want to, instead of instants and sorcerers with flashback, we want to be taking humans. I think I'm much more likely to play Necrobite over Rush of Blood. However, having Homicidal Seclusion is a slight nod in favor of Rush of Blood, but Necrobite still wins out for me. I just hate on the wall here. Mental Agony is a fine choice. Getting at 14th is decent. Revenge of the Hunted, very nice. Banishing Stroke, very nice. However, there's another Bone Splinters for us, and a very small chance that we could get a Lancer or a Connoisseur to wheel for us. Really doubt that. Maybe we could pick up a Guise of Fire. Really don't like passing these very nice miracles, but fits our deck much better. We definitely want to be picking up a Connoisseur at some point. But if at all possible, I'd like to stay away from the non-human black creatures. Wow. Maybe just a Thunderbolt? Or we splash Bone Splinters and go green? Splash Bone Splinters and Homicidal Seclusion and try and squeeze into green? Much more likely to have human options going green than we are black. All I'm missing here is a Thunderbolt, so I'm just going to hedge my bet a little bit and take the Familiar here. We don't necessarily need to play the Vigilante Justices either, but second Malcontents would definitely cement that theme. Alright, Ringleader. No good green, so maybe that was just a very brief detour into green. But Ringleader's fine. I'd like to be faster than a Grave Exchange deck. Thatcher Revolts are much more valuable in a black-red. You've got fodder for your bone splinters. And they're a human as opposed to a butcher ghoul that isn't going to give you that extra synergy. Lancer's a human, excellent first strike. Stromkirk is a win condition. Gang of Devils, bad Pitchburn Devils. Again, I think I just like the cheap human here. All right, we have first strike. We have homicidal seclusion. Just thinking of potential reasons to be taking a rush of blood here, and I can't think of too many. I'm more likely to play a Predator's Gambit, I guess. Though, it's very unlikely. Hide it for now. Wow, very nice. Very late Vampire. 6th pick. So we definitely cut red enough last pack. Fervent Cathar, excellent. Okay, another homicidal seclusion. Driver, if we had more 2-drops, could have some pull against it, but now we have an option of, do we play, would you go for this set or this set, maybe? Connoisseur is just what we were looking for. Definitely want some more 2-drops in the 3rd pack. I'd be happy with some more removal, Deathwind, Human Frailties. I'd love me a Zealous Conscript open. If not, I'll take some more Kessig Malcontents. Thank you very much. I hate on this tandem lookout. That's way too late. I think I can safely hide this familiar now. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, only 7 humans right now, but it's 7 out of 10. So following that curve, we could end up with 12 or 13 out of 15. Which is a strong number. 12 is a strong number to be playing Vigilante Justice. Could be better, though. I doubt I'll play a second Necrobite, so I'm going to hate on this Fettergeist. Just amazing creatures going by late. Really haven't seen any Thatcher Revolts, so maybe somebody else is scooping those up, but those are just prime for us. Synergizes with the Ringleader, possibly with the Malcontents, if you have 6 or more mana open. Again, I'm not playing a second Necrobite, I don't think, so I'll just take a Cloud Shift. Bone Splinters, Riot Ringleader, possibly the Malcontents, and definitely the Vigilante Justice all go very well with Thatcher Revolts. Not to mention the Bloodflow Connoisseur. You've got a Bloodflow Connoisseur down, you cast it for 3, you Lightning Bolt something or fork it out, you attack with everything, sack them all to the Connoisseur. What this deck is really missing right now is maybe a Blood Artist, and a little bit more removal.